Thank you, Chris. That guy really knows how to treat his elders. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting our graduation boot camp graduation. Halloween is over now, so we get to look forward to that holiday where the really scary people come to your house. Thanksgiving. And if you all aren't blessed with a big old happy family, I have a few I'm willing to share. I mean, there's Great Aunt Millie, who always leaves a puddle under her chair and blames it on the dog in her lap. That stuffed Snoopy ain't peeing on the carpet. And then there's Uncle Joe, who will give you a long, detailed description of his latest hernia surgery and the really clever way he wears his wife's sports bra to keep the balls from jangling. And then there's Cousin Jesse, who's always eating hot dogs. I mean, there's not really anything wrong with that. He's just creepy. I have to admit, though, I do have a lot of wonderful relatives. I had a lovely day out with my niece last week. Nieces and nephews are great, because you mess up with your own kids, you're a lousy parent. With your nieces and nephews, that just makes you the cool aunt. Cool aunts and uncles are why we have a whole generation terrified of dolls and dogs and clowns. Oops. But we get to her favorite store, and she very sweetly says, "Aunt Jan, you're a little bigger than me. You might take a size 5. And then she hands me the tiniest little pair of leggings. And you know how we always joke and say, which leg am I going to put that on? I know which leg, the one belonging to my Chihuahua at home. So I tell her, you shop here, honey. I'm going to go look in the plus size 5s. Now, I would like to know who is the marketing genius who came up with a lady size ox. Oh, no, ma'am. That's a 0X. That's smaller than a 1X. I may be fat, but I'm not stupid. It says ox right there on my tag. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Say, this one's a little snug. Would you have it in a moose? So I left there with the only thing that would fit me in that store, a very stylish pair of sunglasses. And then my niece turns to me and she says, Aunt Jan, I love you so much. I really want us to get matching tattoos. The only good reason for needles to be going in and out of this body that many times is if they're sucking fat out. So I panicked. I did the only thing I could think of. I said, well, honey, let's go have a drink first. Because I know no reputable tattoo artist will ink you when you're drunk. I now know, after 4 drinks, you no longer care if he's reputable. Or a tattoo artist. So she gets this cute little flower, 3 petals with a J, an A, and an N, while I have to get a whole dang bouquet for my niece, Annalise. Good thing I have size ox thighs. I am really proud of the amazing young woman my niece has turned into, but I gotta admit, I do miss those days when she needed me. I'd hear her little voice yell across the restaurant, Aunt Jan, am I a Sheila or a bloke? But then she turned to me and she said, do you mind stopping at the drugstore? I need some Alka-Seltzer. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, did lunch give you heartburn? And she said, no, I'm constipated. I need to plop, plop, fizz, fizz. So I just smiled and thought, there she is. Oh, but hanging out with my niece does keep me feeling young, or so I thought. We stopped at a craft show. It just happened to be at a nursing home. When I walked in, they said, "You might want to hurry back to your room. It's almost time for dinner." I was offended. And then I thought, 24 hours of rest and relaxation with nothing to do but watch TV and eat? 3 or 4 days from now, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. Thank you, guys. You've been a lot of fun.
It's me and me.